the
World War III will start this year.
So for say World War III.
Yes, it's going to start this year.
Vibrant Media. Be heavenly minded and earthly conscious.
I am sure, say, Nyame Adanya may be a diacho.
Right.
Is 2026 going to be a good year, like said ye yatete? In a spiritual realm, and I and I say, be a year we know. The attitude tonight, be a yes, and the boom, say to me, share something. Then I say to me, a year park, I say, there be already. Why you want to prepare one trip? Yeah, this year we did. Before I say rapture, I mean, it's not 2026 year.
I think 2026, by the grace of God, what I have seen and observed through time, from the beginning to the end of the year, it is always beautiful things that are happening.
Wow.
One important thing, number one, I said something which I want to repeat again. The military, the police, the fire service, all those government institutions, they want to say electronic vehicles and stuff were being brought forth. And then there's a lot of change of certain things where pace were being increased. Within the same short time, from now to April, there's an happening that is going on. And then from there, I began to realize that there were certain changes that were hitting the country. I saw one important thing at the central point of Accra. Me who say building hotel, but say Burj Khalifa. Yes. And it will begin this year. As a Burj Khalifa, no, it was like a signature on the surface of Accra.
Wow.
Something very huge, but Indian for frame, like was like Indians and other people like this were building, and it was Ghanaians as well in it. And it was like a central point where it was a place that was a statement in Ghana. So it was drawing in a lot of people, and it was like a signature. So people will come from several countries, even in America and other stuff. They'll come in here and they're like, whoa, Adi, we never expect to see something like this in Africa. It's not possible. So how did you get access to these things? And then we began to build from there. So there is what we call the rebirth. In Ghana, as you stay in here right now, as an African country, it's going to be equivalent to like Belgium, Germany, Netherlands, and everything. And it started from this year. As we entered the year, the pattern began. Yes.
And I say yes,
yes.
Ghana be.
Oh yes. It's about to blow beyond measure because it affected the visas, the documentation, which means you carry Ghana passport and be able to travel to certain places in Europe easily. It affected our financial angle as well. Ghana, once Ghana will become like UK in Africa. So you will see several African countries will be trying to troop into Ghana. And then automatically it will work to a point where Ghana will change their immigration policies because pressure will be coming from us. Everybody wants to enter into Ghana because the country is about to change in ways you cannot imagine.
Hallelujah. Fast.
And it begins this year actually. This year they started. Yes.
But a movie from Ghana, Prof. A lot of people are worried because Ghana your mind back you too grandpa. Now Ghana for if you be almost everywhere. You know, and to say and you will be you are man on this indirectly so has an affecting there. People are very worried. When you listen to Nema ACC around the world and some media and some decisions being ones on world leaders being taken here there. Crawford shows say and here na yankotia sempa. Nanka ye hope say Ghana be you be kohwana okutra ko win moku na be say akunje na den to kwa bia ba na bia sa dia na wo hu e ba no
the World War III will start this year.
So for say World War III.
Yes, it's going to start this year. And as you see, a lot of people assume they see World War III. It means that no bombs, boom, boom, boom. No. It was a journey of over 17 good years.
Okay.
And the 17 years is when it closed. So World War III begins this year, but we were never part of it. We're Africa. We were not part of it. No, we were fine. Oh yeah, very fine.
Yeah, we were
very fine. We were very, very fine.
But it will actually start this year. Say
Yes. World War III will begin this year. There will be a new invasion. Once the next invasion comes in, there are 3 fronts of the warfare. Middle East, Asia, Russia. 3 different invasions. Once those 3 things are fully done, the World War III begins. The journey starts from there. And once the journey starts from there, in a short period of time, when they are changing the American president, Trump will be dead. Not that somebody killed him, he died in his own time. Within that same time was when bombs were flying.
Wow. Again, FA World Mukakran, this time back with football. We all know that this year now, FIFA World Cup, no? As I said, when it's taking place with 3 different countries.
Right.
Canada, Mexico, US.
Right.
And looking at Enyama Eko Koso, especially in the US, you know, I'm not going to be because I say, no, any one crowd America so for football no crana or only saves out now. Near my papa you or attract a lot of enemies to, you know, the state. I beat me ama one cry. The Paradro Kushia or Crana Bonifubi, I take advantage of that. And you be a honor one will be this. Say,
I think I made
the
a
world will be gathering at a place and we be a big conform Bonifubi take advantage.
Yeah, it's I think I said this in the beginning of mid-year or so, somewhere last year. I saw a terrorist attack during the World Cup, and I saw it clearly. Yes. But it's not when we were playing the match. No, Ghana was not playing. Ghana. That's the most interesting part.
Yeah.
We are starting a rebate. There is a reason for Ghana in this whole world. There is a reason for Ghana. And one day I'll break it down for everybody to understand the catalyst of Ghana to play a very crucial role for the world. Because Ghana is going to be one of the first African countries to be able to settle a nuclear structure. A mega one, yes.
Ghana.
Sir? The same Ghana we are in. It's going to be a different country altogether. So we became like the face of Africa, where everybody came into Ghana like Omomuko Egypt in the olden days, and they will come to Ghana and then survive and go back to the African countries. So we began to grow like a tree, and then we began to turn the entire desert lands into other vegetations. So it was Ghana that made that move by the grace of God. Yes. And that's for the terrorist attack in the World Cup. It is there. I've said it a long time ago. It is there. The World Cup, they'll go ahead and play it. They'll go ahead and play it. But then during, it was 2 occasions. One stadium was on fire, a whole lot of smoke, a whole lot of things. People were running. News was, it was a whole lot of mess. Now, man, for Dimrike, Piena buildings, also these skyscrapers in that glass, there was an explosion. Something was happening there. That was the first phase. Another phase 2 was happening, which was also a different form of attack. That one, there was a young man. He was carrying one white. It's not even Arab or a lot of people assume when there's a terrorist attack, it's people with bombs. Oh, young people, young white people with guns, firing through crowds. Yes. So that was a very different world altogether that we're walking into. So that's one thing we are looking at.
So with this one's intervention be to me, say
and then I working on because our family members are there. So once I saw it, those things when I saw it, I spoke about them. I was like, no, a day where we should be able to bend it out of the pathway. If we can bend it to work, then it's very delicate. So we are working towards it by the grace of God.
All right.
But there was one thing about timeline is this. Sanya Kudo situation was we replaced them from the pull catalyst forward so that the catalyst will happen ahead. Even when the catalyst still happens ahead, it still goes ahead to affect somebody else and still affects so many things in the same way. That's how when you temper with time, the problems you can create. The same way we may temper with time and then try to do what has to be done by the grace of God. But then at the end of the day, I cannot guarantee to you that there won't be anything like that. It will happen, but then maybe it will be caught and then they can handle it. But at least you will know the thing has happened. But then it was protected in a way, it was managed better than what could have happened.
Wait, what me have to say, even if you happen, Ghana, they will be affected.
They were fine.
Not when it be a match and be and then those things will happen. But still on Ghana, football team, the senior national team, the Black Stars. Kofu Kikanka say, "Oh, share even they just ended AFCON Ukraine. Now share the performances of some of the teams." I'm saying, "Hey, now let's say Ghana go cry game too." And I win a Muslim they call World Cup. Yeah, and you Ghana. What will be Kakra? Your mother boy call saying, "Yet me survive a group stage." And I so when you come here.
Okay, Ghana, 2026 World Cup.
Yeah.
Ghana will surprise everyone.
So for say,
I'm be surprised you be.
Ghana Blasters.
Oh yeah, but we here in Africa, you now will follow us. We will be the African team for the World Cup.
Sir?
Oh yes. We'll be the African team for the World Cup. We will colonize Britain. We will take over several countries. Yes, the cheap countries were the ones we were playing draw with them and things. It was so strange. The team that cannot play anything, they move or draw. So it really frustrated all of us. We were all like frustrated down. And all of a sudden, they caught England and was colonizing England, shockingly.
Hey.
So we're all like, the news was like, you know, I'm actually, you know, when you're in time, you can read comment section, you can see everything. It's reality. And I was like, and Uncle for you, because I mean, we thought it was not going to work. And at the end of the day, you know, push it, they started playing better. And it was shocking.
Wow.
Yeah, it was shocking.
And teachers say means that Ghana will do well in the 2026 World Cup.
Yes, Ghana will do well. Ghana will do very, very well. Yes, they will prove themselves in ways we cannot even imagine.
Well, yes, I'm running economic. What me at say, and you might be for the country starting this year. But I am now politics and spiritualities. No, I say working hand in hand, right? Because I thought that things might look good, but a beer na inipa binum ni ebi ni ade ade ntina ma enema bi sequence kakra looking at yen growth economically and Ghana so no kra no wo hwe yen spirituality the crop we bring say Ghana you so Christo for my so no ya bra bo aye bo ya bra bo aye bo ipa de enene boy so yeah but so as a man of God then osan hu enema ebesi ne de ebesi no wo de tututu ho a ye gina sen
Ghana as a Christian body. Well, I think we are doing our best. Because this thing, once you say more than that, there will be problems. I think we are doing our very best as Christian nation. Yeah, also it's a gradual process, and obviously one step at a time we'll be able to get there. And I believe, God has a way of pushing His people, and He will glorify His name, and that part they will move in that angle.
I'm ready by now. We be a bad the order of the day. Prophecy be a baby piano, prominent person be a well-known person be a bewu. I might go to a point that IGP at that time cross hey there be I feel the move beyond question and I say a brass kakra near there, but I say one I say I could be a shut up from big crabina Prof. Nyame no kasa. Anye bia said the last year, 2025, said o fan ko kugudam ko yi. This year no on that level at the same no so prominent person people
that part I always try to stay away from it because unless it's urgent. One thing is that when I prophesy about someone dying, it's always about the original timeline. Maybe something is about to happen. Okay. So this person will happen, it died, and this thing happens. So that's when I bring it in. But directly to just look at like random names and then people we who at this time there, that one I'm very different from that. And then that kind of character and that kind of prophecies started because they were copying someone. Yeah, they were copying someone.
Prophets also copy.
Carbon copies a lot, and the situation is there's a lot of copying going on. So the situation is that almost copy nipa bako, and everybody started replicating his kind of prophecy, the 31st night prophecy. And me, I like one thing. I don't like plagiarism. Pick up something, be the original version of yourself. Prophesy what you can prophesy. Follow your own niche and do your thing. But I'm copy that angle. At that time, it came from one person. Say, oh, we be woo, or no star, no, the other things in so account. All of that things happens. But all of a sudden, everyone saw that. Okay, anytime I thought they say that kind of thing, bad press sells a lot. So NOB also don't know because shame. And then 31st night you drew now or bring point now baby. I know you're sure. Yeah. Because obviously you know that at the end of the day your name will show up somewhere that you're about to die, and that's the situation. But then they copied and then spread it across and made it worse. Sometimes I always say that be original and keep those people that are doing one thing, they are stuff for them, because they will not be a nuisance. But if everyone is copying it and now betting up prophet, we see, and it's a whole mass structure on 31st night, and so I mean disheartening. So I always stay away from it because that's not my style.
But Prof, nyamye yibia shopping, I'm one ebia publicly one can want some, and then it happened. Yeah,
almost everything that happens in this Ghana here, God shows us here. We are watching.
In the abundance, how do you feel, sir? At the end of say ebesi, now so ebia when timianya who be spiritually now at the NSC.
Most of the time, and before you become a prophet to a level, God will prepare you, nurture you for the possibilities of life. To you and everyone, death is a tragedy. To us, we know where the people are going to. So we do not see it like the way you see it. What I say? So we understand in a different phase altogether. So each move that happens, we understand why it is happening. And most of the things, it's not necessary to even go intervene. Let's leave it the way it is. And some of them, if the person should die, it's a problem because it's an orchestration. So you have to prevent that one from happening. But some of the time, Nimre now, so like they have entered into a time pattern that you can't bring them back. So you leave them to continue. Yeah.
Wow. Friends Media. Please subscribe to my channel for more updates.